Hey guys, what's up? Doing a final recap. Well, we may end up doing one more here after this property sells, but doing a final recap on this flip project that I've been documenting here if you've been following along. And I think I mentioned it in a couple of the other videos. I'm not doing as good of a job documenting the process as I really wanted to. I'm short on time. I'm trying to get this thing done while doing a million other things. But again, I think that's why this is so important and relevant, to show that if I can do it, there's no reason that you can't as well. So as I didn't do a final walkthrough when we were finished this project the other night and everything and got the final little things ready to list it, I was thinking there's no better way anyway, even if I was there doing a walkthrough with you guys and showing you things. I think for a final recap, there's no better way to do it than exactly what I'm going to show you here. Look at both Matterports before and after to show what we did, what all that entailed, how much it cost, and what we expect the return on investment to be from those repair items and everything. So since we do have this Matterport from before and after left, we got before, right, we got after. And with some of this stuff in the before, we probably did a couple more things even before this Matterport, just some trash clean out and stuff. But we'll go through here and I'll kind of just highlight some of the things that we did and what we spent. All in, we just totaled this today, and somebody on Facebook that took a guess at how much we spent won a gift card for getting the closest guess. So we ended up at a total of $15,630 in rehab. And I'll kind of go through what that consisted of. So again, if you've been following along, the initial budget that I had in mind was between 10 to 15 grand on this going into it. And in typical Drew fashion, I had to even break out of the upper limit of that rehab. If I said 10 to 15, of course, we had to go 15.6. And it is what it is. Maybe one day I will actually hit a budget. But all things considered, I'm happy with how everything turned out and with what we spent to get everything done. So high-level stuff, as you can see here from just comparing the two. New carpet. There was this ugly brownish, purplish carpet everywhere. We replaced it with a gray carpet. And if we look at that, I think we spent, $3,300 getting all the carpet replaced. You can also see from this picture here that there were like stickers everywhere all throughout the house, and all the walls kind of looked like shit. There were patches and stuff everywhere. It did not look beautiful. If we went into this room, this was where, it doesn't like letting me move into here. Come on, go in the room. Get my face out of the way. Had to do it like this before. Hey, there we go. Now we're in that room. So there was a giant hole in the ceiling in this room. Obviously in the after, there is no longer a hole there. So yeah, high level stuff. It was patching all of the holes, sand any stuff that was there from before, peel all the stickers, get all that crap gone. That was really the majority of the project, and we found a painting contractor. I think he was just a general contractor down there that took on all of that for us. And that was basically the biggest line item here. Yeah, he was about $7,000, and that included him providing paint and all that stuff and labor to get everything prepped and done. and I mentioned it in one of the earlier videos. The first time that we had to check the quality of work when they were requesting a payment, they said that they were already done and they were trying to get final payment, and thankfully we didn't pay them. I think Josh went down, took photos, and he called me and he's like, dude, I'm really not happy with this. It kind of looks like shit. And it did. And yeah, not only were the guys not done, they were probably still 2 days away from being done, but the work that they had done was terrible. At the end of the day, after we had a conversation with him and kind of leveled on expectations, we were happy with what they did. The end result, end product looked pretty darn good. In the kitchen, there's not too much that we did other than we changed hardware. We had these gold knobs on everything before. We switched to a black knob. Little minor stuff because we switched hardware throughout the whole place. A lot of the knobs were just messed up, and they really don't cost much. I think for all of the knobs for the kitchen, bathrooms, everything was probably $30. So it's those little things that just kind of make the whole thing look clean, new, and fresh. We were able to save the floor in the kitchen, so not too much money spent there. Same thing, if we come over here, we can look at before and after. So, yeah, it was really just carpet, patches. We replaced the ceiling fan because it was kind of messed up, and gold. And I think I was actually committed to not changing the fan, but one of the videos I posted, I had like 3 or 4 people either DM me or text me busting on me for not deciding to change it. So I felt the pressure and had to do it. This project in its entirety has been slightly painful for me because I really like to go probably crazier than I should on renovations and do top of the line, top quality stuff, even when it's not really justified financially. But again, the whole idea with this project was first and foremost to do whatever was the most financially intelligent to do, which definitely did not mean ripping out a functional kitchen, right? Even here, before the cabinets were cleaned, it's like there's nothing wrong with them. So I didn't want to do that. So we wanted to be conscious of what we were doing and making sure that we were getting the highest return out of what we were doing. And I wanted to keep it as simple as humanly possible. Again, I wanted to demonstrate that not every project is super complicated and complex. Not every project is really a heavy construction deal. There's ways to get things done and be cost conscious without cutting corners or being a shithead either. There's ways to do it. So that's what I wanted to show with this. And even if we look at this expense report, I have way too many tabs open. Yeah, look, we can see here, today's the 22nd. We started it a month ago, you know. Honestly, we probably could have gotten the thing done in a week if focus was put towards it and everything. But like I said, this is kind of on the back burner, so to speak, for me and my company as well. But to that point, that just goes to show that there's ways that I can get it done with it kind of being like priority number 17 and just go in there to check on some things and even do some of the things on nights and weekends for 4 weeks. Like, I think collectively I probably made 6 trips down here. That is a pain in the ass. It's a 2-hour ride for me. But with that, I did get my 11-year-old daughter to go with me twice, and she loves helping dad with things, and she's a great worker, so I got to spend some time with her. And I really get to catch up on a lot of phone calls that I got to make when I'm on the ride, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of benefit that I can get out of it, and I share that with you. So if you have that mindset that everything about this seems like an inconvenience, or it's not fun, or it's not exciting, but you do want to do a project, I'd challenge you to just shift your mindset a little bit and find the ways that you can find not just value, but you can find ways to make what you're doing kind of fun also, right? It is definitely not a good spend of my time right now when I'm running a business that needs me to spend time going to make sure that, cabinet hardware is put on, and like I glazed 2 of the tubs. That's not a good spend of my time. That's a terrible spend of my time. But if I'm able to leverage the time in the car and make all the phone calls that I've been procrastinating because I don't have the time otherwise, and when I'm there, I'm able to add value, hopefully, to somebody with this journey that we've been sharing on the project, then that sounds like a win to me. And obviously, we're going to make money on it too, so we'll go over that here as well. So, all right, enough of me rambling. Master bedroom before. Oh, and that was one of the other stupid little things. So I still don't really understand because I've never seen it before. Whoa. This is a manufactured home. And for some reason, on the inside of the house, throughout the whole house, they had storm windows. Don't know why. But as you can see right here in the before, there were a couple storm windows that were broken. Without going crazy and trying to find storm windows, it wasn't even a cost thing. It was really more of a pain in the ass. Don't feel like ordering and having to wait. And yeah, just didn't feel like messing with it. So what we ended up doing was stealing I forget what it was. I think stealing one of the storm windows from here. Yeah, because that one was broken as well. So we stole this storm window, put it over here where this broken one was, and in here just had no storm windows. Ta-da. So probably saved us a couple $100 and was really easy to do. And coming into the master bathroom. Again, not too much done in here other than we changed faucets everywhere. There were these old faucets. Again, not a lot of money. I think this faucet may have been $30. So 2 of those, these sink stoppers are what, $10 or something? Not a whole lot of money, not a lot of time to put them in or anything. Pretty simple, and it makes a difference, It makes the whole thing seem and feel modern and clean. So this was one of the things, this shower, reglazing that, you can tell what it looked like before and what it looked like after glazing. So after we got it cleaned and everything, it was still not looking great. So we decided to use a tub glazing kit on it, which again was done by yours truly. Not a good spend of my time, but we probably saved $3,000, $3,500 doing it and spending the whatever it was collectively 3 hours doing this, the tub, and the other shower. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Other than that, obviously new carpet in the master closet and everything. Cool. All right, let's buzz over to the other side of the house. And again, you can see there are a bunch of drywall repairs. Stupid little stuff. This is kind of annoying having to jockey back and forth between them, but bear with me. Even the bedrooms, there's not really much to show you because not much changed other than carpet, light switches, receptacle switch covers. That's basically it. For some reason, the Matterport both times, Josh reminded me of this the other night, both times the Matterport did not want to work in this bathroom. So you only got a view from right here from the door. But before we did anything, it's like this floor was all, you can kind of see it there. It basically had a hole chewed through it, all messed up. Floor was wacky, wavy, you name it, messed up. So we did have to rip up that vinyl flooring. Thankfully, there was a couple cases of it in the utility room, so we didn't even need to buy material. All that we had to buy was some floor leveler that we poured directly on top of the subfloor, and then we put our new vinyl back down right on top of it. New toilet, and glazed that tub as well. That's really it. New faucet, and you can kind of see from here as well, all the old door hardware was all this gold stuff, so we changed the door hardware and the hinges. Those little things do make a big difference when somebody's walking through. Honestly, I don't know that at this price point that the buyer would be super, super critical of that stuff. But again, from me fighting myself and wanting to go above and beyond on everything that I touch, the least that I could do was change the fucking door hardware. So, yeah, other than that, that's really kind of the extent of everything that we did on the inside. And then on the outside, where are my photos? Hold, please. All right, let's pull them up here. Pictures. All right, so from the outside, spent a little money with a landscaper. So all this was just grass and overgrown and kind of looked like shit. So we ripped all that out, had a guy put down a weed barrier and everything, and put down some mulch, and myself and Mia bought these couple plants and dropped them in. So a before and after is kind of like night and day. The biggest change, or the biggest impact, I should say, was pressure washing the exterior, which again was zero cost because I did it. I kind of enjoy pressure washing though, to be honest. And again, probably only took, I don't know, hour and a half to pressure wash the whole place. Could we have found somebody to do that down there? Yeah, it probably would have been, I don't know, $500, $700 or something. But again, since the project was so far away and being, not really having any resources or connections down there, that's one of the biggest things. Just like we had with the painter, is the guys are done. You got to go down to check on the work anyway, because if you just go off of their word, even if you're going off of their word and pictures that they're sending you, bet your ass that they're only sending you pictures of the angles that they want you to see. So, got that done, knocked it out. Looks a hell of a lot better. I could scroll through the rest of the photos here, but Matterport kind of does justice anyway. Painted the front door, painted this back door. I should have done more video on this back door because it was the weirdest thing that I've ever seen in my life. It's legit like a custom made door. It's like an exterior door, but also a storm door at the same time. The hinges are like a storm door. Really weird, kind of ghetto, but we definitely didn't want to get into replacing an exterior door for a bunch of reasons. Obviously, there's the cost, there's the time, there's the finding somebody to do it, because that's a little bit bigger of a project that I didn't want to be involved with. And yeah, I think it was a short door too. I think it's 74 inches. So didn't want to have to chop into a header or mess with siding. So we did everything that we could to salvage this door. Basically, this was messed up right here and kind of cracked. So bondoed that and salvaged it, basically. That probably would have ended up costing a couple $1,000 if we had to replace it. But got creative, found a solution, made it work. All right, so all things considered, what did we really do? We did carpet, we did paint, we did plumbing fixtures, faucets and everything. We glazed some tubs. We changed some light switch covers and receptacle covers. Collectively, that may have been $30 worth of switch covers and everything. And there we are. We ended up at a total of $15,600. And let's pull up the financial analysis spreadsheet here. It might already be open. I don't know. All right, cool. So here we go. Financial spreadsheet, John. So we purchased this for $180,000, and the rehab ended up being $680 or something close to that anyway. We had our closing costs in here, and I think these were edited to be what was actually paid on the HUD. Some of our costs were a little bit higher because the seller was dealing with foreclosure and bankruptcy and stuff, and they couldn't cover their costs, so I had to eat some of it for them. But we ended up paying 4% for the loan that we did. So our finance costs here, we're paying 12%. Hopefully we're only going to hold for 3 months, 1 month, and we already got it on the market. And projected sale, we were looking at $270. We just listed this morning at $279. I don't know if we'll get that, but if we do, here is what we're looking like. If transfer taxes, and I only put 2.5% in here because we handle the listing side of it and everything. But if you wanted to do this your way and put in 6% for agent commissions and everything, you could obviously do so. But these are my numbers. So all those things considered, if we sell for $279, this will end up being a net profit of $54,650. And all things considered, that's not a really bad profit for a 1 month long project that we spent $15,000 on, that collectively I don't even know the amount of hours. I don't know if I would add my drive time or not, but 6 trips down there. Maybe we'll have to go one more time before settlement. So 7 trips. Look, even if we sell for $250, which definitely think we'll get north of, but still looks like a pretty good profit deal. So these things exist. In fact, this is the exact number that our buyer was purchasing at that backed out the day of settlement. It's not like Drew's actually buying for significantly less than and fudging the numbers or anything. I'm literally analyzing this as if I bought it for $180,000 because I did. I literally did. Yes, my wholesale company got an assignment fee out of that $180,000, but that doesn't matter. Like that, and keep that completely separate and just look at it from the perspective of, if you're buying a house and flipping it, this is exactly what was offered. So I do enjoy making case studies out of the deals that we have that either don't sell or fall apart for one reason or another, and showing how something can be done and be monetized on. It is not rocket science. If I can do it when I'm incredibly busy, I know that you're probably incredibly busy too. It's probably an excuse, so, and you can still do it and get stuff done. So hopefully this has been a helpful journey. If I can help in any way, reach out, shoot me a message. And once this thing does go under contract, I may end up doing a final video concluding the whole thing so you can have some closure and know how it really ended up. Catch you guys later.